In this video, you will practice pronouncing the ends of words. The endings of words are important for pronunciation because they often tell the listener the kind of grammar you're using. For example, if you're talking about the past, we need to hear the ed at the end of the verb. If you're talking about the present or what's happening now, you will use ing at the end of your word. And sometimes when you're pronouncing a noun and you're talking about many items, we need to hear the s at the end of the noun. So as you can see, the word endings are very important. If you have trouble with word endings, slow down your speech and practice pronouncing all of the sounds in the word. Follow along with me and read the sentence that you see on the screen and focus on pronouncing all the endings of the words. The bank said it made a mistake on the bank statement and promised to fix it. Let's practice the pronunciation of past tense verbs with ed. When you have ed at the end of a verb, there are three ways that you could pronounce the sound. If the word has a T or a D before the ed, then the ed is pronounced id, like in the words voted, voted, or founded, founded. If there is a voiced sound right before the ed, then the ed sounds like d, d, with no vowel sound before it. For example, showed, showed, bored, bored. If the sound before the ed is an unvoiced sound, then the ed sounds like t, t, sounds like a T. For example, fixed, fixed, searched, searched. Now let's practice the pronunciation of words that end with an S. If the word has a voiced sound before the S, then the S sounds like a Z, Z sound, Z, Z. Buys, buys. Computers, computers. If the sound before the S is unvoiced, the S sounds like this, S. Develops, develops. Overtakes, overtakes. However, there are a few sounds that come before the S that make the S sound like is, is. There's a little vowel sound before the Z sound, is. These sounds are S, Z, Sh, J, and Ch. For example, wishes, wishes. Judges, judges. Very good. Have you ever noticed that native speakers don't always finish their sounds? Well, if you've noticed this, then you've got good listening skills. Actually, the speakers are finishing their sounds. They're just not releasing the air at the end of some sounds. So the word add sounds like add. This is an advanced technique that you can practice. But before you practice this technique, be sure that you're comfortable saying the words with their correct ending. In order to speak like this, you need to first put your mouth in the position of the final sound. But instead of finishing the sound, you just hold it back. So the letters T, D, P, and B have a puff of air after you say the letter. P, T, B, D. But instead of releasing that air, hold it back. So take these words as an example. Late sounds like late. Add sounds like add. Up sounds like up. And cab sounds like cab. But the important thing to do is to make sure that you begin the sound. If you don't move your mouth into the shape of the beginning of the sound, you'll sound like this. Le instead of late. Ah instead of add. If you do that, people will not understand you. Very good. Keep practicing your consonant clusters, and good luck.